Hi and welcome to the Indulge podcast with me, Roma Laishram. And like every week, I'm in conversation with someone super inspiring, someone who has a great tale to share with us. This week, I'm in conversation with Chef Doma Wang, all the way from Darjeeling, but also from Calcutta. Let's head right into the conversation. Doma, we've heard so much about your multiple properties in Kolkata. You are at the forefront of the Tibetan culinary movement. Tell us everything about the story. How did this start?
Well, I started 32 years ago.
Fabulous.
I was a home chef when the concept of home chefs was not there in our country. I had a child and I didn't have anyone to help me look after her. So the only thing I could think of that I could do while now we have so many options. Those days there was hardly any.
True.
So only thing I could think of doing was cook at home and deliver.
Nice.
So I made little posters, stuck it all over Salt Lake where I lived and
Fabulous.
still live, with the phone number and a little menu. So people would order for a plate of momo, chow mein, chili chicken, thukpa, stuff like that. And then I would take the order over the phone, cook, and I have a man Friday who is now my sous chef,
Fabulous.
still with me. He's
Very nice.
downstairs prepping for the event tomorrow.
Very nice.
So he and I would cook. He would go on his cycle and I would take my kinetic Honda and we would deliver from home
How
to home.
lovely.
That's how we started. So, and then I got an opportunity to run the canteen at the Sikkim guest house. I never thought it would reach, I would reach where I am today because I thought it's a canteen. People from Sikkim staying in the rooms would eat momo, thukpa, or we had a little thali, Nepali thali with sungur pork curry with
Got it.
rice saag and bhat and kalo dal and stuff like that. But within a couple of weeks, we started having a queue.
Wow.
Because we are in an area which is full of colleges like
Got it.
Loreto House, St. Xavier's, and many offices are around that area, ITC and all that. So we started having queue and word of mouth, those were not the days of social media.
Absolutely.
And then, then we expanded. I had no help as such when I first started. I thought Somo, me and two other boys, between us, we will do the shopping, do the washing, cleaning, cooking,
Everything.
serving, everything. So we just four of us when we started. And we have over 100 people working for us today and
Fabulous.
four restaurants. And
Very
I have my elder daughter, Chef Sachiko Seth, who is helping me, rather doing most of the work now while I travel and do things I like to do.
Nice. Now, being Tibetan yourself and considering the fact that a lot of people think Tibetan cuisine is just that, it's just thukpa, it's just momo, it's just this. You have been at the forefront of that movement of introducing people to new Tibetan dishes.
Yes.
So, what would you like people to discover about Tibetan cuisine beyond and above the fast food?
Well, like you said, fast food.
Yeah.
I still consider thukpa and momo not a fast food because
true.
for us it's a full meal, it's soul food. We grew up eating momo for Sunday lunch with a bowl of hot soup and a chutney and a radish or a cucumber salad with chutney. So that was lunch for us. And dinner was thukpa with a side of maybe a shakta, stir-fried meat of any kind. So and now, it makes me sad that for most people, momo is like, chal momo khate 20 rupees ka 8 milta hai and all. It makes me very sad because I don't think we are getting the kind of respect.
Quality.
No, the respect we need for our food.
Got it.
And that will only come with quality.
Yeah.
So, my daughter's, again, Sachiko, I keep mentioning her because she's my strength when it comes to my
So nice.
So Sachiko has opened a restaurant which is now serving premium dining Tibetan food
Lovely.
for the first time, I think, in this country.
Yes.
Perhaps the world.
Perhaps, yeah.
So Sachiko feels that it's high time we got
Very true,
a
very
little respect besides momo or a thukka that people say. It's not
true.
thukka, guys. It's thukpa. So through your thing, I can teach a lot of people together because I do that every day.
Yeah.
So Sachiko has reinvented kind of made the food that my father used to cook for us in a very nice way.
Got it.
Presenting it in a beautiful way, within a nice setting, while someone explains the food to you,
Got it.
which is not there usually in Tibetan restaurants. You go, you have ek vela thukpa, ek vela momo, and then that's it, So we have a lot of things which are Tibetan, which are new.
True.
And I'm happy that this has come, where we are we are showcasing our food
Bring it
beyond momo and thukpa to the people of our country.
Yeah, you're bringing it onto the
Yes,
global cuisine
yes,
map, and I love
absolutely.
that. Now, since we're talking about Tibetan food so much, and we will talk about your restaurants in a bit, but if there's one thing that you think people should try that nobody seems to be trying from Tibetan food, what is that one dish that is close to your heart and you think is a beautiful?
Actually, say, close to my heart is Momo.
Okay.
I'm not called the Momo Queen for nothing.
True.
And it pains me that there are very, very few people in our country who make Momo the way it's supposed to be made.
True.
You know? So yeah, it's Momo, but then, okay, because everyone knows Momo.
True.
I like a Tingmo, which is like really good Tingmo. Fluffy. Ting means Tingmo, Tingde is cotton.
Oh,
In
that's
Tibetan.
why it's called Tingmo.
So it's called Tingmo. But how many get it right again?
True.
You know, so I like a nice fluffy tingmo with a spicy stir-fried shapta.
Yum,
A little gravy on the side. Yeah, that's what I want. I want people to think of our food and their mouth should water.
Absolutely. Over the last few years, is there some particular cuisine that you have come across or tried or eaten somewhere that has inspired you in some way? Some other cuisine beyond Tibetan?
Well, most people say I'm Bengali.
Okay.
Because having lived in Bengal,
True.
Calcutta for so long, Kalimpong, Darjeeling is a part of West Bengal, but then totally different culture. You know, it's more like we are northeastern people types.
True.
So because I live in Bengal, I love the food of like after Tibet, my food. It's Bengali food I like.
Nice.
You know, I just love it, you know, that they hardly use any spices. The ingredients do the talking.
Absolutely.
So I'm so inspired. I cook a lot of Bengali food. And, you know, it's akin to our food. Because, you know, we don't have jeera, dhania, too much of ginger garlic paste and all that. So it's very simple food, but packed with flavors.
Very, very true. One particular Bengali dish that you absolutely love.
Shukto.
Oh, yum. I love those.
And I'm 100% non-vegetarian, mind you.
Oh, nice. Shukto is gorgeous. Absolutely. What are you presenting at the Power Play this time?
No point for guessing. And momo.
But what momo? Like what specific?
I'm doing a mutton momo with a nice mutton broth, a dalle chutney, and cucumber and chulpi salad. So
looking forward to that. I'm in conversation with Chef Doma, and we're talking about Tibetan cuisine and so much more. You've traveled extensively, I do know that. But what's next for you in terms of how you're going to be presenting Tibetan cuisine to the world?
Sachiko's already started the ball rolling, and I would like to take this to many other cities or countries, whatever possible, because it's time Tibetan food.
I agree. It's one of the most loved foods in Bangalore today. I mean, we have a lot of Tibetan restaurants here, a lot of Tibetans living in Bangalore.
Yes, I know.
Yes,
I know. I would love to try some.
You should.
Yeah, because our food is very rustic.
Nice.
And when you can just up the thing a little bit, a little technique here, a little ingredient there, and make it a little more posh would be the right word. Because not everyone wants to go into a hole in the wall. So we need to reach out to the people who, you know, so that everybody can try our food, you know.
Now, I'm asking you this question knowing fully well that you're going to tell me momo, but I'm going to ask you a specific question, which is, I know momo is your soul food, but how do you make it at home? What's the ingredients that go in when you make the momo for yourself?
The same as how I make it for everybody else.
No, do you prefer pork? Do you prefer chicken? Do you prefer...
my favorite is beef.
Okay, wow.
I will beef, but if I don't get beef, then it's mutton. That's what I'm doing today.
Nice.
Because I think the red meat, a lot of people like pork. I like pork too, but you know what? The fat in the pork tends to melt too much, and the filling sort of gets little less.
Soggy.
No, it'll be less meat because the fat is sort of, So, beef or mutton. But
and
beef.
What do you pair it with?
Chutney, a hot chutney and a soup like I'm doing for everyone else.
Fabulous.
And a salad for the crunch.
Nice. I've been in conversation with Chef Doma, and we've been talking about Himalayan food, about Tibetan food and so much else. Thank you so much for being on the Indulge podcast.
Thank you very much.